to Rentschler Field in East Hartford, home to the UConn Huskies. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the UConn Huskies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. UConn will deliver the opening kickoff and we'll get this game going. Coming out with it, it's Barfield. The coverage team maintains its discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And the Rainbow Warriors will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So UConn's offense will have its first possession of the game. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
They give it to him again. This time the defense was ready and they stop him in his tracks.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Back to throw, it's Fagnano. Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him. Hit.
Unleashes one deep. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. That's caught. It's White. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Rainbow Warriors in a good spot here with second and short. From the gun, running back gets the give. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They plow ahead with the run, but still more ground needed to pick up the first down. Third down coming. to the ground to try to move the chains. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. That is the last thing you want on first down as an offense, a sack. Now it's second down. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. The Rainbow Warriors decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catches it at the 15. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The UConn offense goes back to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And that's a really good job by the QB, getting the ball out of his hands, knowing where the sticks are, getting the first down. And they saw something they like, because here they come, right back on the ball to run another play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at third and long. Trying to pick up a first down. Back to pass, it's Fagnano. Catch in the middle, it's Bell. Turns on the Jets. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Huskies.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands, right to him, and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Indiana is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to UCLA. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Rainbow Warriors will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. To the air on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. UConn will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. They'll put that return to a stop with the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Using his legs, it's Sims. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Rainbow Warriors now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The pull and throw off the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that will fall incomplete as we have played one quarter, a quarter in which they tried to wrap it up with a huge play. That's the end of the period, and UConn has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. And the Rainbow Warriors will punt this one away. Let's see what he can do with it. He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. It's complete. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They tried to get the defense going the wrong way with the counter, but nothing doing.
Aggressive defense, attacking defense. You want to hit them with those counters, but it wasn't successful in this play. Defensive line, linebackers, everybody's dialed in. They see what's going on. They diagnose it, go downhill, hit them right in the middle of the field.
Here's the handoff. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. UConn will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. They boot it away on 4th down. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Here comes the heat. And down he goes back into 3.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Keeping it on the ground, trying to create a little space, and he was stopped in his tracks at the 3. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. They'll run it from the gun. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Rainbow Warriors line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. UConn going back to work on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25. And the Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Quickly out to the tight end. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chain.
And I like that 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the 1st down.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the...
Picked off to stop the threat. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Handoff from the gun. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. And the Rainbow Warriors can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Harris. Oh, he's got some space. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
At the 37-yard line. Good enough for a 1st down.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. From the gun, running back on the move. They bring him down at the 44-yard line. It'll be 4th down, but this might be prime go-for-it territory. Punt is on its way. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The UConn offense goes back to work. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. The short hands, it's Bell. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Looking to throw on 1st down. The short hands, it's Bell. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on 1st down. strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got his man to the left. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play has this offense in business.
And that was awesome by the offense. Good completion, great awareness by the receiver getting out of bounds. If you're on offense now, jog off the field, get the field goal kicker out there. You're going to steal 3 points at the end of the half.
And that is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, a first half that saw a little bit of everything there in East Hartford. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Rentschler Field.
The Rainbow Warriors will line up to kick off and start the second half. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UConn going back to work on offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback.
Turning it on! And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. UConn quick to the line.
Third down coming up.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got the tight end outside. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. This UConn offense really has it going. Off the play fake on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
You know, free safeties have to be great center fielders, right? They got to play in so much space, and in man coverage, they know there's going to be routes breaking over the middle of the field, so you got to be able to put your foot in the ground and then accelerate, and that's exactly what he did on that interception. Awesome play.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They try to pop a run on the draw. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. And the Rainbow Warriors send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Now on the return. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The UConn offense goes back to work. That last drive was promising. promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the offense lucky to... that loose football.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
Defense has been looking so good on this drive so far. They already set up 3rd and long, and now they take all the throws away down the field. Great job in coverage, great job reading the QB's eyes. So there's nowhere for him to go with it. He's got to throw it away.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Rainbow Warriors trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down, using the quick game. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Touchdown, UConn. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
That defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. South Carolina is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 15 over Alabama. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll start this drive going to the air. Oh, they're after him! And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. With the catch, it's Harris. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. And the Rainbow Warriors, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Good timing on the quick out. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
That's a first down for the offense.
Looking downfield on first down. Bringing the heat. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Second down, he'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. They're working that left side. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
This is just so demoralizing. You want to talk about taking a game over. That's what this defense is doing right now. They are just winning in the trenches. They're easily the more athletic and more physical unit up front, dominating this O-line.
Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got him. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air on second down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he drops to throw. Here's a heat. And he just throws it away on third down. You can give up on a play like that. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. That was like bouncing off the guardrails and not losing control off the upright and through. That gets them back to within 10.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Rides to back and leaves it. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. That's the end of the period, and UConn has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Give to Brown. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Huskies come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
It's a turnover on down.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Hawaii!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
UConn going back to work on offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go.
Ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Dude, let's go. I'm going to sit. This game was basically over, right? We just forced a huge play. Great job by the defense, giving their offense a chance now. Man, it looked like it was over. Now we got a chance. Offense, go down the field, stick this thing in the end zone. We can win this ball game still.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
When you're trying to protect a lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. They'll go to the air. Pulls it in. It's Harris. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now after the short completion, it's 2nd down. Back to pass. Makes the catch. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. He'll set up to throw. Sets up the screen. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Just keeps slinging it. Skips away from pressure. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. The Rainbow Warriors with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete. And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. And it's no good. He missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. The UConn offense goes back to work. This time, they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now. They just got to make more plays.
They want that clock to run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Catch in the middle, it's Murphy. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
UConn will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
It'll be 3rd and long. To the air. It's McDonald. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
UConn will have to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. Ball security always paramount. That football must be riveted to your rib cage, Jesse, and it wasn't last time.
And look, he knows that.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. And the Rainbow Warriors have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Under fire. Gets rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Harris. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He wants a big play here late. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
For the offense.
Davis looking to pass. He'll take another shot here. He caught it. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Number 5.
Man, how about this quarterback right away seeing, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good, really. And catch, and guess what? You got the lead now in the 4th quarter.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Indiana is on the wrong end of a steel-toed boot today. This is one of those performances we simply do not see from this program. Embarrassing. They're trailing by 15 to UCLA. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Fires to the tight end. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. He would love to have picked up the 1st down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
And that could save the game, because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Quickly complete. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking to throw, it's Fagnano. Got his man quickly.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we've got to get the 1st down, or we've got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
Caught over the middle. It's Fareen. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left.
Got to give this defense tons of credit. How good have they been on the back end in coverage? Just feels like every time this QB is throwing the ball, it's been contested. They haven't given up a lot of yards, and they need to continue to be great in coverage with the lead in this 2-minute situation.
He unleashes a long one. Pulls it in down the sideline. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the 1st down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it from the red zone. He's got it on the move. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. Quarterback sneaks ahead. Touchdown, UConn! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
talk about finishing games with a purpose, with a plan, executed to perfection, taking almost all of the clock, executing brilliantly down the stretch of this football game, making plays, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For